Okay, in case I'm not in the office tomorrow and I don't have time to fetch data from SAP to create a tool because just for the sake of time for the ASN, because I'm just looking it over, it seems pretty straightforward. I mean, if anything, we can add custom-made fields, but I'm just going to quickly explain. So for the next few hours and if I'm not in the office, basically the file has to be in a CSV to be imported into faxinating if you guys want to save time, to be honest. And I'm going to give you guys two templates. I mean, depends which one's easier for you guys to work with, but I'm going to work with the CSV because you have less modifications down the line. And from looking at the overall POs and everything, it seems like each order will have to have its own like section, and it seems like you can use the same bill of lading, so that's not an issue. So for simplicity's sake, what I've done is the top left-hand fields, all left, faxinating, the way it imports a file is the first letter tells what it's supposed to go into which field, and it has to be in order. So H is for header, S is for shipment, O is for order, T is for tear, which is a special term that they have, and I is for the item. And for the sake of simplicity, I kind of just duplicated one for my test to show you that it is possible to import everything into faxinating software quite easily. So I'm going to do it right now. Copy it. I'm going to dump it into my other computer at the office. And that's basically, it's going to be quite simple, the steps. And I'm just going to change it up a bit, but for now let me just switch monitors. And this is the thing, each time if you're doing it directly from a text like notepad as an editor, you gotta make sure when you're saving it, it's saving as an ALF file, and make sure it's a CINI code, because faxinating software, sorry about that, just going back and forth, okay, I do apologize. So like I said, all files, by default in Notepad, it would save it as a text file. A CINI, that's the simple standard, it's not the fancy one. You want to keep it simple, no special characters, everything has to be uppercase inside the file. No accents, no dashes, no special characters like that, @ or anything. So if you happen to have those, just question it and just double check to be sure. So I'm going to call it sample ASN and .csv. And I made sure that, because faxinating is really fussy, that each row has to have the right number of commas. So for testing purposes, I've done one set. So I'm just going to make sure that it's different from my other one. So I'm going to make the bill of lading 2 on this. Control save, just for testing to see. Okay, now I'm going to go back to this desktop. The instructions, in case you guys need it for the import tool from faxinating, is all here. So now to go back, okay, I will basically close all my excess windows. Close, 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 okay. So for sake of simplicity, we're going to 856 DSD. It's no DC, no nothing like that, because we don't ship directly to any warehouses. So if you happen to have those modules installed in this little list, you can take them out, but just for now, I'm going to focus on importing, so I'll go back again. That's import. Make sure you have the 856 done, so when you're importing, you click 8, import. And what it is the 856 standard is Loblaws DSD Advanced Ship Notice. Click OK. Click Browse. You find where it is on your computer. I should have saved this on my desktop if I believe correctly. And let me just quickly check. Nope. So that's probably my documents. But basically you find the file. Yeah. Okay, that's just odd. Now I feel silly. Okay. I'm gonna start again. Just gonna open this to be sure. Okay, that's unusual on my part, but advanced save as. I save this on there. Oh, okay, now I feel silly. Okay, sample ASN. I'm just moving this file over, guys, just bear with me a bit. So basically, you move it over. Okay, now I have it somewhere I can find it. Here. So when you import, you might get some warning messages, such as wrong number of fields. It happens, so I'm just going to quickly glance over the documentation. But it looks like everything is correct. So you have to double check if anything has like a comma or a dash, it will mess this up, just as a heads up on that altogether. So I'm just gonna modify it for you guys, just to show that an error message could happen. And what I'm gonna do is move this over, and I'm gonna snap it onto my other window. Snap. Then I'm gonna pull up the help information, and what I'm gonna do is count the number of fields. So basically S. 1, 2, 3. Okay, oh, this is a bit challenging, but 1. So I'm just gonna do this for sake of simplicity's sake. Copy, and I'm just showing you guys how to debug, because in case something you see, right number of fields in that regard. So bill of lading is correct. That's all I need to know. And let me see. We got bill of lading number. You'll have another number here. That's usually the. Let me see if I pull up here, faxinating. That number here, that's their test number. You see, the PO number is here. So that's PO. So I have the PO number here. Next is the date which you supposedly initiated the shipment, the hour you initiated the shipment.